Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be starting our graduation ceremony here in just a couple of moments. But before we do, I want to give you a few instructions about tonight's activities. You know, the graduation from the South King County Fire Training Consortium's Fire Recruit Academy is truly a significant accomplishment. A lot of hard work goes into the training of these recruits for our training officers and all of the admin behind it. And the recruits put in a tremendous amount of work throughout the 19 weeks of their academy. And so we want this night to be special, and we want it to be remembered, not just for the recruits, but for you as family members as well. So during tonight's ceremony, there'll be a couple of different things. One, there's several of the traditions of the fire service, a chaplain doing an invocation, a bell ceremony, our pipers and honor guard, the badge pinning. These are all special moments that we hold close to us in the fire service. During the badge pinning ceremony, since that is such a kind of the pinnacle of tonight, receiving that certificate and getting your badge pinned, we want you to be able to come and get pictures of your recruit getting their badge pinned. And so when your recruit's name is called and the pinner is called to come up, if there's other family members with cameras or phones that want to come up and get pictures of that, we invite you to just come right on up and get pictures of that moment, because that's a moment that you want to remember. So don't be shy and get that picture. The other thing is after the ceremony tonight, there'll be a time for photographs where you can use the podium here as a backdrop, or Verfa brought their brand spanking new ladder truck. You can use that as a backdrop. Just don't scratch it. So there's plenty of opportunity for those memories to be made tonight. In just a moment, the honor guard is going to come forward and post the colors. We're going to ask you to stand, and you'll hear the honor guard commander give the command for all uniformed personnel to present arms. And at that point in time, if you're in uniform tonight, we would ask that you would salute the flag, hold that salute through the singing of the national anthem until you hear the words to order arms. If you're not in uniform tonight, we want you to join us in that. So when you hear the words to order, present arms, you put your hand up over your heart like you're doing the flag salute and hold it there through the singing of the national anthem. And then you hear the words to order arms, you can put your hand down. So let's go ahead and get started. I'd like to call up our training chief of the South King County Fire Training Consortium, Deputy Chief Jim Webb. Just be careful of that. Okay.
Good evening. It's my honor to welcome you here tonight to the graduation ceremony of the South King County Fire Training Consortium's Recruit Class 14. I'd like to begin and thank those that made tonight possible. I'd like to say thank you to the River of Life's leadership staff and congregation for again supporting our graduation. Your generosity makes tonight possible. Next, thank you to Chaplain Pat, Chief Pollock for their guidance and leadership. They do a tremendous amount of work putting this on. The Training Consortium's admin staff, Tina, Linda, Kelly, and Brady. Thank you to the Recruit Academy cadre instructors sitting down here in the first row. They're the ones that are responsible for training your recruits tonight, getting them to this point. Thank you to the battalion chiefs and training officers in the consortium, Firefighter Kyle Hicks and Captain Alex Sharoni. They're the masterminds behind the video you're going to watch tonight. The pipes and drums, the honor guard, and so many others that had a hand in making tonight special. Finally, to each of you, thank you for joining us tonight, and thank you for the support you've shown your recruit over the last 20+ weeks. We know that each of you has sacrificed in some way to help your loved one reach this important milestone. With that said, tonight's about the recruits. Class 14 has recruits from 7 different fire departments. Although they wear different patches tonight, they are now bonded and are now brothers and sisters in the fire service. So let's get them in here and get this started. Will the recruits of Class 14 please enter?
Would you please join the recruits in standing as the honor guard posts the colors?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Thank you, Captain Browning, for the singing of the national anthem, honor guard, pipes and drums for the escorts, posting the colors. I'd like to ask Chaplain Jason Forrest of Puget Sound Fire to come and offer tonight's invocation over our ceremony. Chaplain Jason.
Good evening. It's a nice day outside, but boy, it's beautiful in here. Congratulations to all 19 of you. If you don't mind, would you all bow your heads with me and let us pray? Lord, we come to you tonight with grateful hearts. We're grateful for these exceptional men and women that you have provided to our departments. We're grateful for blessing our communities with these 19 firefighters who all exhibit the heart of servanthood. I pray that you send down your blessings on these servants who have selflessly committed themselves to aiding and protecting others. Lord, grant them courage in the face of fear and wisdom when facing tough decisions. Give them strength when they grow weary, and may they always express compassion towards others. We pray protection over their mind, body, and souls, and we ask that you bless their loved ones as well. Be with us tonight as we celebrate these amazing men and women, and we ask all of this through our precious Lord. Amen.
Chaplain Forrest, thank you for that invocation. It's a real honor tonight to introduce to you our fire chief for the chief's address, Fire Chief Randy Krause, who has 37 years of experience in the fire service, and for the past 12 years has been the fire chief for the Port of Seattle Fire Department. As a respected subject matter expert in aircraft rescue firefighting, Chief Krause has had the opportunity to influence regulations, standards, and processes throughout various national and international committees and work groups. He's currently the chair of the NFPA Emergency Responders Occupational Health and the chair of the Fire Service Occupational Safety. As of this year, Chief Krause was appointed to the NFPA Standards Council. He's also a member of the Gonzaga University School of Leadership Studies Advisory Board. He earned his Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration from the University of Washington in 1998 and his Master's in Organizational Leadership from Gonzaga University in 2006. On a personal note, in his spare time, Chief Krause is an avid cyclist, enjoys snowboarding with his daughters, likes to camp and hike in remote locations where people can't get to him. Please, would you welcome to the stage Fire Chief Krause.
Quite the introduction. Thanks, Pat. First of all, I want to start by thanking the cadre of instructors that developed these recruits. Thank you so much. You guys, I've had two go through the academy a couple years ago. You guys produce an amazing product, so thank you. And thank you, Chief Webb, for all that you've done in support of us at Port of Seattle. So first of all, recruit class 14. Congratulations on successfully completing the Fire Academy. Completing the Fire Academy is no easy feat, as there were more of you that started than are here today. As you know, it's no easy feat. And all of you, your departments and family members should be very proud of this moment. At the point that each of you received a call offering the gift and opportunity to join the fire service community, you started a journey. From that day forward, and with this graduation, you are all one step closer to a 20 to 30 year really cool career and have joined a very special community of brothers and sisters. Recruit class 14, you are bonded for life, having experienced the successes, challenges, and sometimes even failures together during this academy. And only you know what that means to each one of you and what you've gone through. So that's a really cool experience and a bond that will last for life. Look around at each other and remember you are in this together and part of a unique family within the greater fire department community. As you move on to your departments, those that are from the same department will also uniquely be bound by this Fire Academy experience. Many of you will stay in contact and be friends for life. For the most part, you all know each other better than you know anyone at the departments you are going to, and this makes each of your relationships with one another special. Continue to foster these relationships, help each other grow, develop the necessary skills, and provide a shoulder for each other to lean on in times of need. Again, congratulations for the hard work, dedication, and success that you, recruit class 14, have obtained by being and sitting before us today. I usually don't write my speeches, but I felt it important to do that. I'm kind of a shiny object type of presenter, and I end up getting distracted and go all over the place. In coming in here as a fire chief, I have 5 in the academy. I'm very proud of the 5 of you, as I am of all 19 of you. But I've had comments throughout the course of the academy and what a wonderful selection in our recruiting process and what we produce and what ends up showing up here at the academy. And so I'd like to share with not only you, the recruits, I didn't even interview any of my 5. I get to make the offers. But I learned, so I've been the chief for 12 years, but I learned 10 years ago, I was over-involved in the hiring process. Because as a chief, I can do no right. I think I can do no wrong. But I really, really understood the value of the team. And I consider myself a servant leader. And when I look back at that, I was like, this isn't about me. This is about, you're going to be breaking bread with firefighters for the next however many years, the firefighter should be the key point of hiring. And so back in 10 years ago, we started having, I called it speed dating. Our first go-around was speed dating. We'd bring a bunch of candidates through, and it was just a panel of firefighters and a couple officers, and they'd go through, and it would whittle down. And I'll tell you, over the process, there's many people that don't make it to me giving them an offer, but that's okay. I'm like, they interview somebody, and the HR person will tell me, oh, this candidate was amazing, but they just didn't connect. If they didn't connect there, they may not connect in life throughout the course of their career. So I believe my 5, you were set up for success because my team helped identify and saw characteristics in you that brought you to this situation, and they saw that you could be successful in this academy. Maybe it's different in some of you others, but that was really important to us. So it's a really cool opportunity. I share it with my other peers here, fire chiefs. I didn't get the opportunity. I haven't had a chief's interview in probably 4, 5, 6 years, and we've hired probably 30 in that time. I just take HR's perspective because they're the window in the ear and tell me what's going on. But my team has really done a great job, and we have solid candidates. So I just wanted to share that. That was off script. So a couple of things. Many of you may not have been exposed to the fire service, or through your family and friends of the recruits that are here today, this may be your first exposure. So I'm going to cue something up here, so bear with me. And then it goes into what I'm going to talk about next. What does it mean to be a firefighter? Have you ever asked yourself, and those in the room, chief officers, have you asked yourself, what does it really mean to be a firefighter? I was asked that, and I'll share that with you at my interview for the Port of Seattle Fire Chief position. What would you tell somebody in the community that really doesn't know what you do? How would you explain that to them? So if you will engage me, this is off script too. Sorry, Chief Webb. If you'll engage me for a minute, I want all of you, please, just engage me. Close your eyes, please. Everybody close your eyes. Trust me. I'm not going to jump out and come into the audience. Okay, open your eyes. Those are our alert tones, right? Alert tones. For those of you that don't know what we do, at the end of those tones, there's a problem statement given to us by dispatch. It could be CPR in progress. It could be unconscious, unresponsive. It could be structure fire. It could be a fuel tanker on it could be any number of things. Firefighters don't have the option to say no. They showed up to work that morning prepared and ready to go to work, and to make any situation that they face on any given day better because they intervened in that situation than it was before they got there. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. So again, how many of you in the audience have ever been asked or given thought to what it means to be a firefighter? Each of you graduates, take a moment and let's pause to consider this question carefully. What does it truly mean to be a firefighter? How would you explain to someone outside of the fire service what it means to be a firefighter? There are many answers to this question. For me, I was, again, asked this at my chief's interview. I answered it this way, the best of my recollection 12 years ago. Being a firefighter comes with it an expectation placed upon you by the community in which you live and the community that you serve. And this expectation is not placed on many others out there. How many of you are already being introduced by family and friends as this is, put your name here, and he or she is a firefighter? It's already happening, right? It's already happening. Your neighbors that work as an electrician, software engineer, or whatever they may be doing are not introduced in this way. In being introduced as a firefighter, those you are introduced to automatically and unconditionally give you trust and respect because of the good work that you do and are going to do. Once on the job, you're invited into every home or business you respond to with open arms. And moms and dads trust you to assist and help their children in need. of your care. And children are watching and asking you to help their mom, dad, or grandparent at sometimes their most horrific of days. I ask of you to always do the best you can in any situation, to add value and make the situation before you better. If you are mindful of the trust and respect that both your fire department family and the community you serve places upon you, you will perform and behave in a way that always lives up to this high expectation placed upon all of us in this industry. Don't forget that. You're always being watched, in uniform, outside, not in uniform. It's a really special gift. Don't betray it. Stay true to who you are. Do the right thing. Do the right thing when no one's looking. It's important. It's really important. I'm not going to say that we don't have idiots amongst us, because we do. But as friends, coworkers, and peers, try to help guide them and steer them in the right direction and keep them on track. As you get to your departments and enter your new assignments, you will be making many new and, again, lifelong relationships. These relationships are at the heart of every department and its culture. You will break bread daily with your coworkers, tell stories, revisit calls as a group, and eventually vacation, travel, and recreate with many that you work with. Be aware of your place within the team, and as you learn and grow, please make sure that you continue to hone your skills and develop relationships to support the team in the most positive of ways. If you come across something you are not sure of, do not be afraid to ask for help. As you develop and grow into being a very important part of the team, the members of the team need to know your strengths and weaknesses so the team can compensate and foster the best of outcomes for any problems that may be before you. It is okay to not know something, but it's not okay to not share that and have people expect that you do. So don't forget that. Hone your skills, ask questions, develop, continue lifelong learning. You've just entered a profession that is going to challenge you in more ways than you have already been challenged, but don't lose sight of that. As you already know, in the fire service, we work as a team, and everyone has an important role within the team. With regards to team, I've joined the fire service past 37 years, so I guess 1985, so many of you were not born, or most of you not born at that time. That happened to me a long time ago, so I'm okay with it. After some soul searching and trying to figure out what I really want to do with my life, at 22 years old, I entered into this wonderful community. At that point in time, and as has been validated over many years of experience, firefighters together, in my opinion, and I know it to be a true fact, is the ultimate team. And I'm going to go off script. Why is it the ultimate team? I mean, you set aside differences. You may be having an argument or debating something at the dinner table and the tones go off. That goes away. A group of 3 or 4 respond to a situation, and all your total focus is on taking care of whatever's before you. That all goes away. No matter the differences you may have with one another, again, when the tones go off, you respond and solve problems. All those differences go away and you focus on the task at hand. You may have already felt it, and if not, will very soon, as this is truly an amazing thing that is inherent in every department and every shift around the world. And when you respond as a firefighter, you will not judge someone you are treating based on color, religion, or socioeconomic status. We don't judge. We have to take care of people. That's what we do. Your sole focus is to make the situation better for the person in need. That is only one piece of the many, many great characteristics and traits that makes this a great profession and career. As I had mentioned, I've worked, I started in 1985. I started my career in the United States Air Force. I worked for the Boeing Company for 20 years, and I've been given the gift to be the fire chief at the Port of Seattle for the past 12. And I'm 59 years old. I don't have a date out there. It's never entered my mind. I am having fun, and I'm energized each and every day, each and every year. Our department's growing. I'm really excited about that. The airport's growing. We have a really an amazing thing within the fire service community. What I have learned as I've entered each of these communities, first and foremost, you as new recruits going out into the world and into your departments, it's extremely important to build trust, credibility, and respect. How do you do this? First, be true to yourself, hone the skills necessary for your position, be dependable, be positive, and always Be curious about learning as much as you can from others, and always do more than is expected of you. As I wrap up, I want to leave you with 4 things that I think will help you be successful and transition back to your departments. Learn to enjoy the process. You've just went through in a fire academy, there's a process. You kind of come into this world and you get all kind of jargled up, but you adjust, right? You learn the flow. That's the same thing's gonna happen when you go through probation and if you have JATC programs. Embrace the process, learn the process. That'll help you be successful. Fully commit to being the best firefighter you can be. Soak up every avenue of learning. Your instructors will guide and set you up for success. Your peers, many of them have recently been through what you're about to go through. And the senior firefighters hold within them many of the secrets to be successful in your specific department or on the shift that you're going to. Listen to all of them, and they will provide and shape how you can and will be successful. Number 2, do not judge. So you all have just been through a process, this very intense process, that everything you do is being monitored, evaluated, tested, and judged. As the new person being judged, as you go back to your departments, I'm asking you not to judge others. It takes maturity, this is important, but keep an open mind and take in the positive energy, because you learn from positive and negative. Learn, that's the focus, learn. Be true to who you are and accept others for who they are, as this will help foster the most positive relationships along the way. Do not judge those you are about to be led by, but learn from them. Do not judge the process, but embrace it and continue to fully commit and be curious about both learning skills and learning about your new coworkers. By not judging and staying engaged, you will be set up for success. So 3 is stay curious. I am never the smartest person in a room, but I am often the most curious. Curiosity breeds success, in my opinion, because you're seeking answers, you're solving problems, you're learning, growing. It's very important. By opening your mind up, explore what is possible, and exploring what is possible, you will unlock what I think is the secret to a successful career in any profession. 4, set goals. Setting goals is very important. Each of you will find different interests and passions along the way. Whether personally or professionally, it is important to set goals. Give this some thought and set a goal, smash it, reset the goal, smash it again, and so on and on and on. Having something to strive for and work towards that is of interest to you is important. Goals can be short or long term and provide the foundation to guide you along the way. If you're responding to, you have to do that because you're going to be led and be trained and you're going to be going through a process. But as you're doing that, find things that excite you and challenge yourself and set goals above and beyond the training that you're going through. I am honored to have had the opportunity to speak to you today. Your futures are bright, and I am excited to see the great things your generation contributes to and the positive changes that you will be making throughout your efforts along the way. To you, Recruit Class 14, your families and friends, congratulations and welcome to your new extended fire department family. The friendships you have made in the Fire Academy and the friendships you are about to make during the coming years are friendships that will last a lifetime. Embrace them. Engage them. You do you, and be the best version of yourself each and every day. Thank you, and congratulations.
Chief Krause, thank you for your words of wisdom and your encouragement. Recruits, good words to hang on to. Truly, very well said. You know, as you've heard and what you've experienced with your recruits coming home, just exhausted from training, the academy truly is not an easy task. In this class, recruits, they laughed together, they cried a little bit together, they probably bled a little bit together too. But it was fun. Well, it's a relative term. It was hard. They came through it though with flying colors. We have a video that we want to show that are going to highlight some of this incredible journey that these recruits have been on over these last 20 weeks. The hard work that these 19 recruits put into their training is captured in the pictures and the video that you're about to see. So sit back and watch this video of Class 14.
Well, you kind of do because you're disoriented, right? You're lost. Right? Do you want to do this all by yourself or do you want to get some help?
No, sir, I would like some help. Engine 2. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Go ahead, engine 2, you mayday.
This is firefighter Berman. I'm third on engine 2. I was,
Hold on. Take a deep breath.
yes, sir.
Drop the hose.
Yes, sir.
Nobody wants to hear any of that.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So,
Copies, you're disoriented, you're on floor 1, Bravo side, doing a right-hand wall search. You can do a left-hand wall search to find egress.
why did you choose that? You didn't send your search in the fire room left.
Safety. McCormick, this is command. You ready? Safety's ready. Pit 4, command. You guys ready? Pit 4, ready. Garkey, command. TO's ready? We're ready. I'll use Dr. O'Ground, prepare for dispatch. Engine 1, battalion 372. Commercial fire, 456 Main Street. Engine 2, engine 3, engine 5, engine 7, engine 1, battalion 372. Commercial fire, 456 Main Street. Respond on ops 3. Location of a large 6-story commercial occupancy. We have smoke showing from the second floor on alpha side. Upgrade this to a working fire. Start a second alarm. Be doing a 360. command. Engine 5, spot your apparatus out of the way. Take a department bundle off of engine 2. Enter through outbound.
I couldn't believe this. I swear, my niece is my witness. The brother had it going on to something kind of wicked. Had to kick you. I'm not shy, so I asked him what he did.
One lonely BCIB, all by myself without nobody. Somebody got email with the lyrics though. Baseball hat, the players getting hot, the rules.
For the Firefighter Olympics, you may talk trash. No cussing. You ready?
Mark for a part of the team.
Bruno, you ready?
Ready?
On your mark.
Wait, do we have to choose?
Get set. Go.
Put your flashing on, flash on.
Careful who you cross, careful who you test. Give me your worst and you'll get my best. 'Cause I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. No, I don't know how to back down, how to back
3
down.
points contact.
No, I don't know how to back down, how to back down. I am a fighter. rise up like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up like smoke from a gun, like a brand new sun. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, I rise up, I rise up, I rise up, I rise up. Since the day I was born a fighter, I rise up, I rise up. I am a fighter. I am a fighter.
Oh, it feels so nice.
I am a fighter.
Yeah, let's go.
That was a great video. Really. When I said they had a lot of fun, I was kind of being sarcastic, but seriously, what a great class. What a great class. Really, the recruit really is no easy task. They had a lot of fun, but there was a lot of hard work. It's draining physically, mentally, and it's not just for the recruits. It's a tremendous amount of work for the academy instructors, our training officers, who literally put their hearts into this class to train these recruit firefighters and to pour into them all the skills that they have learned over the years. I'd like to ask Lieutenant Chris Gerke and his staff, training officers, to the stage to present the class awards. And I would like for you to just give them a huge round of applause as they come to the stage and thank them for all the work that they have done inputting into these 19 firefighters.
You're looking good, 14. Good evening. My name is Chris Gerke. I'm a lieutenant with the Renton Regional Fire Authority, and I serve as the instructor coordinator for the SKC FTC Academy Class 14. Standing beside me, I have Battalion Chief Tom Johnson, Captain Bill Rodall, Captain Ryan Chadwick, Captain Anthony John, and Lieutenant Walter Hanks. Together, we make up the instructor cadre for Class 14. But it's not just us that navigate through these recruits through these 20 weeks of academy. I'd like to draw your attention to the back of the program and take a moment to recognize all the individuals that listed that helped make Class 14 a success. That is the entire Consortium cadre. We had assistance from them during almost the entire academy. Especially Captain Nate Strobel. Where are you at, Nate? Stand up. Engineer Brian Estebal. Where are you, Brian? Is he here? Did he get a call? He probably got a call. And the amazing job that they did during the EMT portion of Academy. Thank you all for your hard work and dedication. To graduate from this academy is a great accomplishment. Those of you seated here should be very proud of yourselves. We are proud of you. We have several awards to give out tonight. Awards are important in the fire service. They recognize those who performed above and beyond and have exceeded the standard. They signify dedication to the craft and worthy of recognition. They are a great honor. Tonight, we present awards that highlight outstanding performance during this academy. The first award presented is the Marty Hauer Fitness Physical Fitness Award. Marty Hauer was a firefighter engineer for the Kent Fire Department who worked tirelessly to promote health and wellness throughout the fire service in our state, region, and nation. Marty's motto was, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be safe. It is in Marty's honor that we present this award. The South King Fire Training Consortium Academy is physically demanding. Recruits are pushed to their limits and beyond each day. The recruits are tested 4 times in physical fitness throughout the academy. 2 times in a structured physical fitness test comprising of a 2-mile run, push-ups, planks, and pull-ups, and twice in a work capacity course. The work capacity course is a physically taxing test that mimics the work that recruits will perform on the fire ground. This test is done in full bunker gear while breathing air through an SCBA, self-contained breathing apparatus, and consists of throwing a ladder, using a sledgehammer to force a door, advancing a charged hose line 75 feet, climbing 4 stories with a 100-foot hose bundle on their shoulder, pulling a 50-foot hose roll over a railing 4 stories high, carrying power tools 150 feet, hitting a Kaiser sled, and finally, dragging a 165-pound dummy 150 feet, or 50 feet, not 150. That would have sucked. After all 4 tests are scored, the recruit with the highest score receives the award. For Academy Class 14, the Marty Hauer Physical Fitness Award goes to Caden Underwood. Caden is with the Port of Seattle Fire. The next award of this evening is the Valedictorian Award. This award is presented to the recruit that has demonstrated the best academic performance throughout the academy. Not only are the recruits challenged physically on the drill field, but they are tested academically in the classroom as well, to include 6 block tests, state certification exams, and EMT tests. The recruit who earned the Valedictorian Award had an average of 97.5. The valedictorian for Class 14 goes to Jacob Burns from Port of Seattle. The next award of the evening is a very special award, the Top Rung Award. This award is special as it is the only award voted on by the recruits themselves. Recruits are asked to consider who they most would like to work with alongside each day amongst their peers and who amongst them demonstrated excellence in the 4 pillars of the academy: attitude, effort, performance, and teamwork. When the recruits submit their votes, they're asked to write a short reason why they are selecting the winner. The winner from Class 14 was described by their fellow recruits as always willing to help, never complains, puts the team first, and motivates those around them. The Top Rung Award for Class 14 goes to Brandon Duvall. Brandon is with South King Fire and Rescue. You raised him well. The final awards for the evening are the Chiefs Company Awards. These awards are voted on and selected by the instructor cadre and recognize the recruits who excelled day in and day out in the 4 academy pillars of the attitude, effort, performance, and teamwork. It is an award of high honor, as it signifies the recruits that the instructors would most like to work with on their crew. The Chief Company Award winners for Class 14 are Brian Scoble, Vashon Island; trying to get him to cry. The second member of the Chiefs Company for Class 14, Jenny Conway, Puget Sound. Third award goes to Benjamin Grunhout, Valley Regional Fire Authority. Last but not least, Kylie Montgomery, Port of Seattle Fire. Please join me in congratulating all of tonight's award winners.
TOs, ready, please.
You know, throughout the academy, the recruits do form a very strong bond with one another. It's truly the trenches of trauma of the Fire Recruit Academy, and you get to know each other really well. Each recruit class chooses one of their own to represent them at the graduation ceremony, and I'm honored to introduce the class speaker for this Class 14, recruit firefighter Kylie Montgomery with the Port of Seattle Fire.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today sorry, that's for Burns and Underwood's wedding. Okay. Good evening, my name is Recruit. I want to start by thanking everyone here tonight, family, friends, mentors, teachers, everyone who has supported us along this journey, helping us to get to this point. I also would be doing a huge disservice if I did not give a special thanks to the spouses and partners who picked up our slack these last 5 months when we were all basically worthless at home. Thank you. Many of the recruits in this class have young children, and there are a few who live hours away who actually stayed here during the week away from their families to just go home on weekends. And for those of us who did go home every night, it meant leaving at 5 or 6 a.m. and not getting home until at least 12 hours later. Then when you got home, there was just enough time to shower, eat, study, iron your uniform, shine your boots, and then go to bed. Seriously, we could not have done this without you. Class 14. We've been through blood, sweat, tears, vomit, all leading to our proudest moment and greatest accomplishment, Scoble finally marching in time. Well, sometimes, it depends on the day. It's hard to explain to people who haven't experienced Academy exactly what you go through day in and day out, so I'll try and paint the picture as best I can. First of all, it's disgusting. Every part of it. Bunker gear is basically like wearing a sleeping bag to work out in, and at lunch you do a full change of clothes, and then you put that gear back on, and by the end of the day you bring home a bag of sweaty clothes that weighs 5 pounds. The best part is when you come back the next morning, none of your gear is dry. It's all still soaked in sweat. When I was asking the class how to describe it, one of them said, "You basically always smell like you left your clothes sitting in a washing machine for 3 days." Everyone smelled bad. Burns probably the worst. Or as Captain John described it when he walked into our bunkhouse, you all smell like butthole and corn chips. Thank you, sir. Academy is brutal on your body. Day one of the Fireside of Academy is Intro to Corrective Actions. We can laugh now, but during we wanted to cry. We learned fireground survival, how to bail out of windows and down a ladder head first. We learned search and rescue. We all still have permanently bruised knees from crawling around that entire week. Also, as you saw in the video, your mask is blacked out, so headbutting each other or slamming face first into a wall at full speed is common. Learning vertical ventilation, how to cut holes in roofs. You're standing on a pitched roof prop holding a chainsaw and your back is seizing. We had hose and ladders week, forcible entry, car fires, auto extrication, and more, all leading to putting everything together on live fire days. And most importantly, the crucible. The 4 days in total we spent up at the State Academy in North Bend for live fire, being evaluated, putting our knowledge and skills to the test to simulate as best as possible the organized chaos that is a real fireground with multiple engine companies working at once. You're pushed to max capacity for every single evolution, 8 hours a day for 4 days. Most of the class got hotel rooms or Airbnbs to stay in while we were up there. Unfortunately, South King's Airbnb was chosen by Hargrave, who found a quaint and cozy cabin with no electricity and a wood stove as the main heat source. It was cheap. Academy challenges you academically. It requires hours of studying, reading chapters, preparing for exams, lecture days in the classroom, and passing state and national tests to earn your certifications. Our class started on the EMT side, which is a 6-week fast-paced course where we went from knowing absolutely nothing to learning what will be 80% of our job in a short amount of time. This isn't a career that you just decide to try out. The entire process of getting to the point of even starting an academy can be long, years even, of testing, interviews, rejection. It can be discouraging and it requires persistence. And that's just the beginning. That's just getting to day one of academy. Even then, your spot isn't guaranteed, and there are thousands in line begging for the chance to take it from you. It requires hours of studying, preparing for exams, on top of being completely exhausted and physically broken. You're evaluated the entire time based on the 4 pillars of our academy: attitude, effort, performance, and teamwork. Our class started with 32. Today, there are 19 of us graduating tonight. We've experienced a lot of loss, and as time went on, we all got closer, and you feel like you failed your team every time you lose someone. You grow close through the misery and the fun of academy when all you can do is laugh just to get through the day. This group becomes your family, the ones you laugh with, cry with, compare bruises with, or in South King's case, a whole lot of chafing. A lot, it was concerning. It's amazing to think about the fact that we were all strangers on day one and had no idea how close we would become, or how much some of us had in common. For instance, Bertie Shaw and Scoble went to the same high school, but like 20 years apart. 24, to be exact, I did the math. I was the keeper of funny moments and a note on my phone that was continuously added to each day, full of class memories, which also makes for great blackmail if needed in the future. I'm making Woodbury nervous. He thought I was gonna come up here and just read from that list. We all make stupid mistakes in academy, but with time we gain confidence in the knowledge necessary to develop our skills. But that doesn't stop the TOs from mocking us for making those mistakes. For instance, when arriving to a fire, you get out of the engine and you do a 360 around the fire building to look for hazards. Bertie Shaw was told to do a 360, but instead of running around the building, Bertie Shaw did a quick lap around the engine. Lieutenant Hanks and Chief Johnson had a field day with that one. But what's even better is that when the TOs were telling the story to us in class, without hesitating, Duval said he had to stop Woodbury from doing the same thing. That's what we call a blue falcon, which became a common theme. The latest blue falcon is actually from the TOs when they told Chief Galassi about Underwood's Galassi impression. He's been scared for 2 days. Recruits are not allowed to curse at all. We must remain professional, exactly how we would represent ourselves to the public. This rule doesn't really apply to TOs though, because they've already learned that skill. So sometimes they would Jedi mind trick you into saying something that you weren't supposed to say by giving you an order with a curse word mixed in there. So then when you would repeat the order back exactly as they said it, you'd get corrective actions. It was a fun game. It was entrapment. We called this pulling a white because after an evolution, Recruit White confirmed to Captain John and Captain Rodall that his host deployment was indeed a real crap pile. But I can't curse. All of our training officers and instructors are what makes this academy great. The TOs leave their shift schedule and commit to teaching full-time at the academy. They take a career full of experience and share that knowledge with the next generation of firefighters. It's their reputation that's on the line when they give us the stamp of approval and send us back to our departments and into our communities. So no pressure. Captain Strobel and Engineer Estebal were incredible teachers tasked with the somewhat impossible task to take us from knowing nothing to treating patients at the highest standard in just 6 weeks. Captain Strobel always told us by the end, everything we learn will come together. But for the first 5.5 weeks of EMT, the wheels were off the bus. On the fire side, we had 14 weeks of training in order to become firefighters. Lieutenant Gerke, Chief Johnson, Captain John, Lieutenant Hanks, Captain Rodall, Captain Chadwick, Chief Glassy, and Engineer Carpenter, and all the guest instructors, our TOs pushed us, motivated us, and expected excellence. The instructors come from all different departments, and most of us won't have the opportunity to work with them after this. We'll miss Captain John yelling at us. Sometimes he was mad, sometimes it was a compliment. Most of the time he was just mad. Early in Academy, Captain John asked us 2 questions. Who inspires you and what drives you to be great? We went around and shared those answers, learning what inspires each of us to be great, who we were all here for, our families, mentors, training officers, and quickly it became each other. I believe most classes must feel this way. You are voluntarily thrown into the deep end and it's sink or swim. One of the hardest parts about this is knowing that after spending every day with each other, now we go to our separate departments and just hope we might see each other on a mutual aid call for the chance of working with each other again. Who am I kidding? We'll see each other next year at Scoville's retirement party. You can't think about Academy in terms of months. Even weeks is too much when you're in it. You focus on days at a time. Sometimes it's just making it to lunch or getting through one evolution. Academy is a rite of passage, something every firefighter in this room has been through. Class 14, bad axes, we're lucky. We worked hard, we earned this, and we have the wounds to prove it, like Woodbury's burnt butt. It's been an honor to work alongside each and every one of you. Thank you for making the hardest 5 months of my life the absolute best. And unless Hutchinson has a question, that's all I've got. Bye.
I had to put her stool away. Recruits, it is time to receive your certificates and have your badges pinned. Audience, remember, please, if you'd like some pictures of the badge being pinned on your recruits, don't be shy, come right on up. And when your name is called and the person who is pinning, please come up as well. I'd like to invite Battalion Chief Scott Glassy to the stage now for the badge pinning ceremony. Chief Glassy.
Good evening. Class 14, congratulations. You made it. The day you've been waiting for, right? Did you think it would ever come? I know there's some days you didn't, right? Well, I wanted to say, after that video, I'm sure all you guys are going to do very well on probation, but for some strange reason, if some of you don't, there's some pretty strong dance moves you folks can fall back on. So. And since you've been waiting so patiently, it is time. It's my honor this evening to present the badges to the recruits from Class 14. The firefighter badge is rich with symbolism. Some badges have the red cross, and some are in the shape of the Maltese cross. These two symbols not only stand for loyalty, but the cross signifies our mission to assist people in times of trouble. The shield that was once used to protect an individual in battle the shield that was once used to protect an individual in battle now symbolizes the responsibility to place ourselves between an emerging disaster and our citizens in order to save lives and property. It is emblazoned with symbols such as axes, nozzles, ladders, and other devices of the fire service. These symbols are arranged in a scramble, which represents that these firefighters have earned the privilege of wearing them through their performance in the academy. Most badges have a continuous circle that resembles an unbroken rope or chain. This illustrates dedication and commitment to duty. To the individual firefighter, the badge identifies the first significant accomplishment of their career. To the fire department, the badge identifies a firefighter as one of their own. To the citizen in need, the badge is a symbol that the person wearing it is someone they may turn to for assistance. The badge must be earned before it is worn. It is worn always with humility for the opportunity to serve, with respect for the job, and with professionalism that the community expects and deserves. We will now present Recruit Class 14 with their badges. Tukwila Fire Department. Aaron Fink will be pinned by his wife, Janelle Fink, and children Aiden, Kay, Cloud, and Amias. Patrick Glenn will be pinned by his significant other, Tacoma firefighter Candace Rude, and friends. Alliana Hutchinson will be pinned by her husband, Alex Monday. Seth White will be pinned by his partner, Carissa Calderon. Chief Whitwer, please stand. Chief Golden, please stand. Chief Golden, I present to you the probationary firefighters for Tukwila Fire Department. Mountain View Fire and Rescue. Andrew Duong Persert will be pinned by his wife, Joyce Lynn Duong Persert, and family. Chief Smith, please stand. Chief Smith, I present to you the probationary firefighter for Mountain View Fire and Rescue. Port of Seattle Fire Department. Jacob Burns will be pinned by his girlfriend, Tiffany Terhune. Autumn Conda will be pinned by her husband, Kyle Conda. Kylie Montgomery will be pinned by her father, retired Puget Sound Fire Captain Lawton Montgomery, and her husband, Kyle Wade. Ashley Proctor will be pinned by her husband, Casey Proctor, and her children, Riley and Harper. Caden Underwood will be pinned by his father, Zach Underwood. Chief Kraus, please stand. Chief Kraus, I present to you the probationary firefighters for the Port of Seattle Fire Department. Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority. Jenny Conway will be pinned by her husband, Eric Frank, and family. Deputy Chief Conroy, please stand. Deputy Chief Conroy, I present to you the probationary firefighter for Puget Sound Regional Fire Authority. South King Fire and Rescue. Thomas Burdishaw will be pinned by his father, South King Fire Rescue Lieutenant Chris Burdishaw. Brandon Duvall will be pinned by his wife, Ashley Duvall, and sons, Bradley and Logan. I know how he feels. Yeah. Easton Hargrave will be pinned by his wife, Grace Hargrave. Megan Montgomery will be pinned by her husband, Bellevue Police Officer Michael Montgomery, and their daughter, Marin Montgomery. Jacob Woodbury will be pinned by his father, Redmond Fire Department MSO Chris Woodbury. Chief Matafton, please stand. Chief Matafton, I present to you the probationary firefighters for South King Fire and Rescue. Valley Regional Fire Authority. Benjamin Gronout will be pinned by his wife, Kelsey Gronout, and children Mallory and Owen. Chief Thompson, please stand. Chief Thompson, I present to you the probationary firefighter for Valley Regional Fire Authority. Vashon Island Fire and Rescue, Brian Scoble will be pinned by his wife, Brittany Scoble, and daughters, Karis and Addie. Benjamin Steele will be pinned by his wife, Delaney Steele. Chief Crimmert, please stand. Chief Crimmert, I present to you the probationary firefighters for Vashon Island Fire and Rescue. Class 14, it has been truly an honor to be a part of your Recruit Academy process. Thank you very much for all your hard work and your determination getting through this. And I'd just like to say, could we get one more round of applause for this group and the accomplishment that these men and women completed. Congratulations, good luck, and Godspeed. I know you will all do well. Thank you. Good night.
You know, the fire service is steeped in tradition, years of tradition. One of those traditions that is important to the fire service is the ringing of the bell, the fire bell. In years past, it was the sound of the bell that summoned firefighters to duty. At the completion of the call, the bell was rung again to signal that their duties had been completed and that they were now ready to respond to the next emergency. In the fire service today, the bell is used in ceremonies as a way to honor these traditions by signifying beginnings and endings. Tonight, the fire bell will be rung in honor of South King County Fire Training Consortium Recruit Academy Class number 14. 3 rings to signal the completion of the Fire Academy. 3 rings to signal the start of the new careers for these 19 probationary firefighters. Class 14, congratulations on the completion of a successful academy, the start of your new careers. You are now ready to respond. Honor Guard, please ring the bell. Oh yeah, give our drummers and our honor guard a hand. Well, on behalf of the South King County Fire Training Consortium and the represented departments, these 19 probationary firefighters, I want to say thank you for being here tonight to celebrate the graduation of Fire Recruit Academy class number 14. I want to say a special thank you to the staff here at River of Life Fellowship for working with us to make this a great ceremony. I want to thank the consortium staff for the work you've put in tonight to also make this special. To the families of these 19 probationary firefighters, thank you for the support you have shown over the past 20 weeks of eternity. Everyone knows that this class could not have gotten to where they are without your support and without you behind them. When asked why you've decided to become a firefighter, you most commonly hear, because I want to help people and serve my community. And while that's mostly true, we all know the real reason is because they just love fire. I want to conclude tonight's graduation with a charge to these probationary firefighters of class 14. When you hear the sound of the alarm, may you respond with dedication. When faced with adversity of trauma, may you respond with faith. When you are faced with the sadness of trauma and tragedy, may you respond with compassion. When you face the unknown, may you respond with courage. When you face with fear, may you respond with bravery. And when you hold the hand of the young, the elderly, the dying, or injured, may your heart overflow with comfort, knowing that you have made a difference in that one. May you never take for granted the honor that it is to be a firefighter. You know, just a couple of things before we dismiss tonight. There's water and coffee out in the foyer area. You're welcome to enjoy. Take pictures here at the podium as a backdrop, or with the Verfa's brand new ladder truck out front. Lieutenant Gerke is going to come dismiss his class one last time. Then we'll begin our dismissal procedures. Once we dismiss, we'll have the class come forward here to give a one last large class picture, and then we're going to turn them loose to you for all the pictures you want to take. So Lieutenant Gerke, please come dismiss your class for one last time. Let's give it up for class 14 one last time. Well, they beat me to the punch. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes graduation ceremony tonight for the South King Fire Training Consortium Recruit Academy class number 14. Thank you for being here tonight. You may be dismissed.